Hey guys, my name is Joe Tripp. I'm the chef owner here at Harbinger Restaurant in Des Moines. We're excited to be participating in our second restaurant week this year, August 17th through the 26th. We'll be offering a 4-course tasting menu for only $28, so it's a great way to get out there and check out some new restaurants. Our first course for this tasting menu will be a ricotta chawanmushi with roasted heirloom tomato, basil, and brioche. We're going to show you the first course from this year's restaurant week tasting menu here at Harbinger. We have a take on a traditional caprese salad with house-made burrata chawanmushi with roasted heirloom tomatoes, brioche, and basil. So I'm going to show you how we plate that up and what goes into it. To start us off, we have some heirloom tomatoes that we've roasted in the oven until they start to break down, get nice and sweet. We then chop those up and drain them off all their liquid. So we're going to take a small spoonful of that, put it into our bowl with a little bit of Brunoise shallots and some basil flowers from my garden. We're going to dress this with a shio dashi vinaigrette, basically white soy sauce and olive oil with a little bit of fresh ponzu or yuzu juice. We're going to mix that up. That white soy gives us our salt for this dish, so we don't need to add any actual salt. At the bottom of our ring mold here, we have some pickled cherry tomatoes. Same thing, these are pickled in white soy, a little bit of fresh yuzu juice. Nice and acidic and sweet. Our tomato tartare kind of goes over the top of the pickled cherry tomatoes here. All this is sitting on top of what we call our chawanmushi. So our chawanmushi is actually made with a house-made burrata, a little bit of whey and eggs, and we steam it in our combi oven at a very specific temperature. It's kind of like a savory panna cotta with no gelatin. So we take our tomatoes and we've covered our pickled tomatoes, so there's a nice little hidden surprise underneath the tomato tartare. On top of everything here, we put a little bit of a basil seed jam. Basil seeds are kind of like chia seeds. They get a little bit gelatinous when mixed with water. We then mix them with dehydrated sun-dried tomatoes that we pureed into a powder, as well as a little bit of tomato honey that we make in-house. And that covers the tomato tartare, and the ring mold comes off. Our next component to go on is this brioche that we make in-house. We season our brioche after we toast it with a little bit of furikake, which is a rice seasoning made of seaweed, chili flake, a little bit of salt, a little bit of sugar. It kind of gives a nice sweet savory combination with the bread. So we'll put a few crumbles on that. We have a variety of basils that we throw on this dish, kind of mimicking the basil seed that we have going on. It's an ingredient that shows up multiple times throughout. So we have some micro Thai basil as well as fresh Thai basil from our garden. All depends on what's kind of growing in the season. A little bit of fresh basil flower and some nice olive oil to finish it all off. Alright, and here we have our take on a traditional caprese salad. Ours is a ricotta chawanmushi with house-made ricotta, roasted heirloom tomatoes, basil, and brioche.